Yeah, this week was really good.
It was good. Good week.
Yeah, good week.
Okay, so let's go through everything. Tell me everything. What happened?
I got all my assignments back for officially all of my classes. Like the only things that I'm missing are my exams. I'm ending both classes that I didn't have exams with an A plus, which is great. What's funny
What was
to
it
me,
last semester?
sorry?
Sorry, go ahead. You finish.
What's funny to me is that I took BChem 270 last year. I got a D. I took BChem 370 this year and I got an A plus, which I think is
Because
really,
wow, it's because you're preparing in a very different way, which is really
yeah.
good. Awesome. Good work.
Yeah, practice multiple choice that I got from like my professor. And what I did was when I was going through them, I would say like why the other ones were wrong and then the right one. And so I did that with the final. I was like, hey, I know this one's wrong because instead of just I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
wrong.
perfect. Things like that. So,
Okay.
yeah. But the good news is that you've got the foundation. You know what to do, which
Yeah.
is really good. So, yeah,
Yeah, I found
yeah.
it very helpful. I was definitely like hesitant when my mom first introduced it to me because I'm so narrow-minded before. But
Hmm.
I'm very happy that I did it because I think I was able to like manage my like stress a lot better and like figure out ways that were actually productive for me to do work.
Yeah, because that was your biggest issue, right? Like you were working really, really hard, but you were stressed out at the same time,
Yeah.
and your results were okay.
Yeah. I know I'm really praying that this semester I have like a perfect semester. Like if I could have a perfect semester, I'd be so happy.
Well, you're on the way, right?
Yeah, one more exam and then we'll see. Because I'm going into this exam in my other class with like it's like a 98 or something like that. It's crazy. My average before was like a 3.0.
Okay.
I would say like the just this semester, it would definitely be like a 3.8.
Okay. Could even be a 4.0 if you
It
get,
could be depending on my exam marks, but if I end with
yeah.
what I think I like, because I know I end with two A pluses and then one, I know I'm gonna probably get like an A, and so I'm hoping that I did well on this farm exam and I can also end with an A, because then that'd be any if I get anything over 75 on the exam, I would end with an A. So
Oh, fantastic. So
hopefully,
that, yeah. So that could be a 4.0.
hopefully it could be
Yeah. By completing this program. Like, what do you think helped you the most? So then that
changing
way
my
you can also,
mindset.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And,
like not
and
being so like quick to like to close out other people's ideas, I think. And also, like I think part of the changing my mindset was also like understanding that I did need to give myself somewhat of a break because I was spending like 6 to 8 hours a day in the library, like even when I didn't have exams. And then when I did have exams, it'd be like 10 hours a day in the library, like including the weekends. Like I didn't give myself a break.
and what
So
did
then
you
I
do?
wasn't sleeping well because I was always stressed. And so this semester, like on the weekends, I'd only do like 2 or 3 hours of work. And then during the school day, I would do like 4 or 5, but it was like it was quality work instead of me like reading a chapter and then going on my phone for 15 minutes and then like, you know,
Yeah. So you literally had to learn to do less work.
yeah. I probably spent like significantly less time in the library this semester, like significantly less time.
Yeah. Significantly less time, but grades shot up.
Yeah,
Yeah. And your mental health,
significantly better.
significantly better, you said? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also was able to like realize that by giving myself a break and letting myself like rest for a second, but then still getting good marks, I was like, okay, I can like push myself to do like med school, like because it seemed like such a hard goal to achieve, and I didn't think that I was smart enough. But then getting to like realize that I am smart enough, it's just like a skill issue. And then if I work on the skill part that I could do it was like very encouraging to know.
So now you actually believe it's possible you can get into med school.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think I need to like keep working, but I think it's possible.
Yeah. 100%. And do you remember what your attitude was before when you first met him?
But I don't think I was like as confident with that at all.
Yeah. It was a big difference. You were like,
Yeah, because I thought it was an intelligence issue,
yeah.
which I think is normal because if you keep getting bad results, like you're like, well, it must be me because like can't blame it on
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah. But it's just a skill. You just didn't have the skills. You didn't have the habits in place and your thinking was
Yeah.
off. Yeah, that's all it was.
And
So,
so this was like the first semester that I was actually doing stuff ahead of time. And like by the end of it, I was like weeks ahead.
mm,
And I wish that I had like done that like even earlier, because then I think I honestly would have been like a month ahead.
That's good. And then you had that belief that you're no good on exams. What's
Yeah.
happening with that? What's happening with that?
I've told myself that this is what I've been saying every day is that I just haven't shown people what my true capabilities are. And so I've just been pranking everyone by saying I'm bad, but I'm actually like really good. Yeah.
So
I think I
yeah,
also studied better for this exam than I have for others in the past.
how do you study better? What'd you do?
I studied with my friend for like the whole week about the content. Or not the whole week. We spent like probably 2 or 3 days like internalizing the information, um, like solidifying it because she had the same, obviously the same exam, but then we would try to make like funny ways to like associate the drug names to remember them and like their mechanism of actions. Like, do you know the term like simp? Like a man is a simp?
No, no.
Like it basically means like a man is like really like desperate for his like girl or whatever. Like he's simping
Okay,
over her. And
okay.
so we're like, oh, obviously all drugs that affect the sympathetic nervous system like would cause like them to fight for it because like that's what a simp does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but see, using humor is great.
Yeah. So then when I had questions on the exam about that, I was like, I know this one. I remember that.
Yeah. So see, and I never taught you to do that, but you automatically came up with that idea. That's
Yeah.
because your mindset is now at a higher level. So now
Yeah, I
you're
think it's also
naturally.
open to other things. Like my professor told us to like put the names of a bunch of drugs like in a hat and then pick one out and have to like name like its mechanism of action and therapeutic blah blah blahs. And my friend and I like were gonna do that, but then we are like, wait, that's not as fun. So we went into like an empty classroom and we like projected a name like on a big screen, and then we would like take turns like going up and pretending to be like teachers and being like, which made it like much more
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, and fun is key. Like you did something so good. You used fun, you used creativity, and you were actually studying at the same time. So like,
Yeah. Last
fantastic.
semester when I was studying, it was me like crying in the library, like with a textbook being like, I'm not gonna get this.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But
so
see how important it is to have fun and enjoy yourself.
yeah. Which made me
Good for
excited
you.
because I was like, I feel like it'd be the same thing to study for med school because I would just be like having fun with it instead of crying.
Yeah, yeah. And see this knowledge that you have, I don't think very many students have the same knowledge, like in terms of how to study effectively.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I ran
you've
into a
learned,
girl who was studying for the same exam and she was like, this exam is gonna kill me. Like, oh my God. And me and my
yeah,
friend were like, we're having such a good time. Like,
yeah,
sorry that's been terrible for you, but I'm having a blast.
yeah. Excellent, excellent. And that totally helps you with your retention and your understanding and your memory and creativity, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Good work. Good work.
thank you. I think
Um,
the other thing that I would keep doing, like even with my like job, would be to like keep some of the like success factor like progress trackers to like reflect on my week because that's the nice thing that's I've been doing was like every Thursday I know that I need to like sit down and like reflect on whether things have been good or bad and like areas to improve. And I think that I could use that in my job as well because like, like that is also going to determine how clear I am on my goals for school. Like that's going to affect other things as well. So I think like being accountable to track things, I might keep doing.
yeah, tracking is huge. That's massive. Yeah, that's great. That's great. But I think your number one thing was that you just had you had a different attitude going in, which was you're like you had some bad experiences before, and then you're like, okay, this is something new, this is something different. I'm all in. Boom, and then you went.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing that helped you get to this next level, and potentially to get a 4.0 grade point average.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, because today I got a 93 on my genomics report on Alzheimer's, which was nice.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah, make sure you send me all these grades if you can.
Okay.
And the reason I use them is because the reason I like them is because I can actually show other parents what is possible and other
Mhm.
kids what is possible. Because I think before you and I met, you probably didn't think like if I told you, yeah, in 3 months you're gonna get a 4.0, and I told you this
Yeah.
3 months ago, what would you what would you say?
Like, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so now that you know it is possible, it'd be nice if we can sort of show it to other kids as well.
Yeah. And I was like, I know a few people that are like in high school that I think could benefit from it because I wish that I had like had this mindset in high school because I was so stressed in high school.
Yeah, yeah. No, but at least you figured it out when you needed to. That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
good,
I think
good.
so.
How did you find our sessions?
Helpful.
Were
Yeah.
they like, go ahead.
Like I think it's one thing, sorry. I think it's like it was important for me to kind of, well, one, keep myself accountable to like meet with someone. And then two, kind of like be told that I'm wrong. Because again, like I'm very, or I was very like to my points. And so, especially at the beginning when we would talk about like how to like not victimize yourself and how to change your mindset, like that was something that I needed to be like told from like someone that wasn't my mom. And um and then having to like reflect on and then like work on my homework and be given like weekly things to do to like change my mindset was giving me something to focus on that wasn't school, but still tied into school. And then that was, I don't know, I think that was helpful for me.
Yeah, good. But they were not like our sessions weren't overwhelming for you or anything, right? Like they're pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not say
And
they were overwhelming.
yeah. And did you find them to be stressful or like anything like that?
Not
No.
at all. Okay.
Yeah, just okay.
Well, thank you
So
so much
yeah,
for everything.
no, you're welcome. This is why I do what I do. And hopefully if I allowed you to get your dream job in the process, I mean that's like the best way you could repay me. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, if I get into med school, I'll send you a selfie with my white coat.
Do it.